Alright, so since I basically implemented everything that I talked about in the last video, to no one's surprise, my sales have gone up, my views have gone up, saves have gone up, everything's gone up. To be honest, I have completely stopped listing on shops, but I will say one thing. It seems like my shops are starting to do pretty good. The ones that I haven't touched, they're actually starting to be a little bit more consistent, have more, well, sales and views. I think with the shops right now, the longer the shop has been around, the more consistent it'll probably be. But again, like I said in my last video, kind of tired of dealing with the ups and downs of shops and all the little bullshit that's always coming out and they're dealing with. It's just not worth it right now. So I want to put all of my time where I'm going to make money. And so right now, again, like I said, I've been just listing on personal marketplace. I've been listing 60 to 90 items every single day on one marketplace. Now when I say on one marketplace, that doesn't mean I'm not doing it on multiple. I'm just saying you need to be doing that amount on one marketplace account in order to really make sure that you're going to see results. A lot of people probably list 30 items a day, probably honestly less. And they're like, oh, I only get like 2 sales every other day. Like, what's going on? And I'll tell you why. And the reason is because you're not listing enough, you're not consistent enough, you don't have enough reviews, your marketplace hasn't been up long enough, you aren't listing good enough items, you're not in a good enough niche, you're not listing items with good photos. I mean, yeah, like those are literally all the things that it can be. But the main thing I just want to say is like, yes, my sales are going up because of what I said in the last video. I'm doubling down on normal marketplace because those views are those are consistent, and they're still making money off of us on normal marketplace because there's a selling fee. So I believe, they're going to push it more, and my results are showing that. I'll be honest, I think that shops actually are going to start going up again. It actually seems like they're doing a little better. Maybe the shops have just been around longer now at this point. I don't know. I'm not sure. But they've been getting sales. Not as many as my normal marketplace. So let me know what you guys are going to do. Are you guys going to keep listing on shops? Are you going to keep, or are you only going to list on normal marketplace? Try it out. I know a lot of people are really like, keep listing on shops, keep listing on shops. And I don't necessarily disagree. I think it's a good idea, if you have the resources and the time. But there's one thing that Tim Ferriss said. People asked him, how is it that you work so little? And he said, because I focus on the one domino that I can knock over that's going to make the most effect.